Greetings and welcome my friends. You have come over to the toxic side. This is SEKI. Or Search for Extra Killer Intelligence. Yeah, I know I'm right. We get a 3-lander to start, no removals. But we do have options. As we like to say around here. Keep your pants on. They too are on Dimir. But can they Dimir as hard as we can? I don't think so. We'll get the poison train rolling at the end of their turn. This is also a good check for counters. They don't hit our prologue with a counter. Let's try our case and see if that lands. We get it down, ladies and shark men. This is the beginning of their end. Dimir can only bounce permanents, they don't usually pack enchantment destruction. Oh no bro. You did not. If they are looking for win cons, they will find none. We are immune to deck thievery. They stole a land, lol. At least they were smart and brought a win con of their own. Too bad for them, we drew a removal. We have to dust their shark while we have a chance. If they untap with it in play, they might fire off an instant and get an incubator. We'll save up the rest of our cards for our attempt to solve our case. We might be able to on our next turn. They play out an Eidetic. There's some weird things going on over there. I can't see a connection between the shark and the assassin. We have enough that we should be able to solve our case. And hopefully find a removal for a Eidetic along the way. Let's go with the first augury. I like getting the island here. It will guarantee we solve the case this turn. An inspired idea is great, but we need to start with getting a memory in play first. Let's grab it. We'll fire off our third augury. If it doesn't fetch us a removal, we can still witness the future and try to get one that way. But there's a go for the throat. We'll definitely take it. We can fire it off right away. Their assassin gets sniped along with all their hopes. GG's. This is Fabby Fab. No wait, it's Febreze Donator. At least it smells fresh in here. I hate getting 2 landers with both tap lands. It feels so slow. We do have a case and a couple of prologues for early draw. We'll give this a shot. Keep. I hate tossing a case in the grave, we'll leave it on top. We hit an untapped land right on time. We'll play out our first case. The opponent seems to be on mono black, which is one of those decks we prey upon, so things are starting off rather well. They drop a braids and start doing braids things. We'll see their land sacrifice. We only need 2 lands for our removal anyways. Let's see how smart they feel when they lose their braids. They've got a slow drain enchantment that turns into a little guy later. While they've got that going, we'll be looking to drop our second case and maybe solving them by the time this turns into a dude. That's 3 prologues in hand. We might be able to solve our cases on our next turn. We'll need some good draws, but it is possible. They blow through their turn without any plays. We're definitely not passing like that. Let's light them up. I almost decided to back out of it, because of the removal. But let's solve these cases. We'll be on our way to drawing 2 cards with every instant and sorcery from here until the end of the game. They drop a bloodletter, but that's fine. We have a sweeper that draws us 2 cards when we play it. Apparently that was too much for them to take. GG's. Hey, it's Shade fooling these wizards. I bet he doesn't even play dinos. We get an all blue 3-lander and only 1 blue card. If we can get at least 1 swamp, we'll be able to take down plenty of men. Keep your pants on. Boros. Of course they are Boros. Watch us not be able to get a black mana this game and we get run over. We could fire off the Augury and dig for a land, but let's see what they do first. If they drop men we have to Augury, if they don't play men, we will Prologue them to Poison City. They dig up a land. It looks like they're playing an 8-color deck. No men, so it's Poison City bro. We've got removals for days. But 0 black mana so far. The Augury should be able to get us deeper into the deck. No way, are they really on dinos? I did not see that coming. Come on Augury, do your thing. Find us some black. Of course it's a tap land. Well, it is a black. We've got that going for us. Tap lands as far as the eye can see. We'll slide it into the grave. We do have regular swamps in the deck. They get a bonehead that has "kill me" written all over it. I like to follow instructions. We'll play out the memory before we dropping a land in case we get a black mana. No such luck, so island it is. Then we cook the bonehead in teriyaki sauce. It tastes like chicken. Well, that is a dino and a half. I'm sure it's good eaten too. Who wants 11 herbs and spices? Extra crispy? They're about to take a case from us. I'm not sure how useful it's going to be for them. And a farewell. It's a little early for wipes, but here we are. Still no second black. We'll do what we can. Another bonehead. On the bright side, we can make them sacrifice one of their dinos and we can still survive another hit. Their bonehead got them a farewell and a get lost. That's a lot of removal for stuff we don't have. A black mana. Better late than never, I suppose. One bonehead on his way to Chomp City coming up. We'll wait to fire off an inspired idea on our next turn, that way we have all our manas available. This is the weirdest dino deck I have ever seen.
Oh, I've made it just in time. I brought backup.
Excellent, more black mana. Let's rip an idea off and see what we get. That's a memory. Which is perfect. And we got a case as well. Oh wow, we got Dino Surprise coming in hot. And we have 0 removals. That'll be GG's. Well done dinos. This is Musetiers. No wait, it's Musetiers. I'm so good at this. We get a 2-lander that at least has a single black. We have a couple of extra draws with the memory and a prologue. That should help us find a 3rd land if we don't draw into one early on. Keep your pants on. We draw our 3rd land right away. It's good to not get stuck on a color. We're pretty much set for the rest of the game as long as we draw more lands and don't get stuck on 3. Like a true Azorius control player, they are taking their time deciding on which land to play out. They fire off a revelry. This smells like desperation to me. Maybe they don't have a 4th land in hand. Playing control means you love to make your land drops at least until you get to 7 or 8. We'll put a poison on them. We would really love to see a case at this point. We get a removal at least if we didn't get a case. If they are on control, which it looks that way so far, we might be able to keep their men or planeswalker off the board. Whoa, hold up. Faithful Mending is a staple of Azorius Reanimator. Headed into the mid-game we should keep an eye on anything big and juicy being tossed into the grave. And we should keep up our counter if we can. They were sneaky about tossing Jin into their grave. But we knew there was something up by them playing a Mending. As long as we have a counter we'll keep mana up. We'll counter anything that gets Jin back from the grave. We'll cycle a land. We have too many tap lands in hand. We got another counter which is amazing. That's at least 2 attempts to reanimate covered. We have enough mana we can start playing 3 mana spells and still leave up a counter. They go for Lobster Surprise but we have that covered with our removals. They go for a Jin but we have a counter at the ready. They are running low on cards while we haven't even fired off that much card draw this game. We'll fire off an inspired idea. The card advantage we've gained is huge. We're far ahead on cards and we're prepared for any reanimator shenanigans. We got a case which tips the odds in our favor. If we get it down, we'll gain a bigger and bigger advantage. We'll try to land our case. It will be key to getting us even further ahead. They have a no more lies. We can pay the extra mana, but then we will not have mana for our counter. It sucks, but we'll let it go. We'll have more cases, but if we let slip through a reanimator spell, we won't have any way of dealing with a portal. They go for another Djinn. We can counter it, but it costs us our last counter. But if we let him land, we have removals to take him out. And that's what we'll do. It'll cost us 2 cards, but they are down to just 1. We'll use a witness to get back some cards. We want to try to keep a counter in hand for the rest of the game. We might not be playing our strategy, but we are preventing them from playing their strategy. And eventually we'll get their poison up. That's their last card. It is one we have to counter. They know we aren't letting them get anywhere. GG's. This Lamp. No wait, it's Lampy. Yeah, that has to be it. We get yet another 2-lander with tap lands. We have 2 cases and a removal along with an Augury to help bail us out if we get stuck on lands. Keep. We'll kick things off with our Surveil land. We need the swamp, so we'll keep it on top. Is this mono red? We are going to struggle. They are generally too fast and we don't have enough removals to slow them down long enough to get set up. We'll play the swamp and look to snipe whichever men they play. Well, the little bird gets it. This turn will only take 1 damage. The removals in our deck need to show up if we are to stand a chance. This will be a memory turn for us. This will let us fire off inspired idea and hopefully that gets us cards to bail us out of this mono red jam. We'll land a case. With any luck we'll be able to find one of our sweepers and keep their men off the board. The burn is real. We will be going to single digits after they attack. We draw into a sweeper, but it's way too late now. That should pretty much do it. This is Austin Beverly. Yeah. We get a 4-lander to start. We do have a memory and a witness the future to help us find anything that is not land. Keep. Are they playing green detectives? I was originally going to cycle the tower, which is why I said 4-lander and not 5. But if they are not playing a fast deck, we'll play the land. When we're not under pressure, we can take our time to build up our board the way we like to. We'll start off with a memory, then hopefully follow it up on our next turn with an inspired idea. They hit our memory. The good news is they use their mana and won't be able to play any men. At the very least, this has bought us some time. We draw yet another land. Let's play out a witness to hopefully get something else that is not a land. When you flood this bad, try to do anything you can. At long last, here comes the Dread Knight. They could have had their guy down early and dealing out damages to us, but they chose to draw a card. At least we have one land we can cycle. The flood has to end at some point. The Wandering Chair joins their side. We'll definitely need to find removal, or better yet, a sweeper. If we play our removal, this is likely what they will sacrifice. It's not doing anything for them at the moment, and it looks like it might not do much in the near future. We will thin the herd. That was what we need. What luck. Play the swamp and clear out their men. We've gotten ourselves back in the game. The sweeper did what we needed. It bought us some time. We've even drawn into another removal, so we can fire it off and buy another turn. At this point, we are not taking any chances. Let's try not to take any more hits. We'll want to try to hit their Dread Knight with our counter to get rid of him for good. Their man land is pretty frightening. If we draw a removal, we should definitely try to snipe it. The card draw is strong with us. We get plenty of good action but no removals. Let's drop a case and we can essentially try to race them to the win. We are a bit behind, but we might be able to make up the difference. It's worth a shot anyways. They go for a Terra Sunder on our memory. That's the last thing we can have happen. We have to counter. And let's repopulate our deck with removals. We are going down low. Very, very low. So low, we cannot go lower. There's 2 removals. We can only take 1 card though. Let's keep digging for more. And we find another fall. That should keep us alive long enough to see another turn. We should do what we can to get their poison count up while keeping mana open for our removal. Alright, things are getting hairy. Can we get them to 10 this turn? Let's go for it. Yes, we can take them out. We have the cards. GG's. That was very close.